Hi everyone, welcome back to Homemade with Love. Today we are in the kitchen again. We are going to knock out some 3 different recipes because I have some yucky bananas that I need to do something with them and I don't want to throw them away. If you saw in my last video, the shop with me, I think I may have talked about it. Bananas have gone up 10 cents a pound. It's insanity. They used to be 55 cents a pound, now they're 65 cents a pound overnight, just like that. I'm not throwing bananas in the trash. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. So today we are doing everything banana. We're going to make banana bread. Oh, no, we're gonna make banana cake. We're not gonna make banana bread because somebody ate one of my bananas. I had 3 and 3, and I specifically told people do not eat them because they are for something, and somebody ate one of my bananas. So we won't be having banana bread because I want banana cake instead, and each recipe calls for 3. So we're gonna do banana cake, and I have some muffin mixes that my kids really like, and these are really super cost effective. They're like $1 a piece, and it says just add milk. So that's really all you need, and they will eat them that way. They are great that way, but I'm gonna show you a little trick to how to elevate them. I've got 4 pouches here, and each pouch will make 6 muffins. So here's a dozen and here's a dozen. We're gonna make 2 dozen banana nut muffins and stick them away in the freezer. So it's an easy, quick breakfast for my kids to pull out and heat them up. I can pull them out the night before, set them over on the countertop, and in the morning they're thawed. All I gotta do is microwave them, which makes my life easier. I am not a morning person. So grab an apron and let's get started. Okay, got hands washed. First thing I'm gonna do is make the muffins. We're gonna get them in the oven because the temperature for the muffins are 400, or is 400, and banana cake is 350. I will put a picture of this recipe at the end of the video if anybody wants the recipe. So stay tuned for that. So first things first, we're gonna make these. So we're gonna do 2 pouches at a time, just because it's easier to mix that way. And the directions say all you have to do is add a 1/2 cup of milk, which we're gonna do. So really, since we're doing 2, it's gonna be a whole cup of milk. Bailey loves these. Colson's not a fan of the banana ones, which is really weird to me because he really likes banana bread. And his favorite is banana cake. He's so excited about this banana cake. But he doesn't like the banana muffins. I don't know why. But Bailey loves these, and then Colson likes the strawberry ones. And I think the new cinnamon sugar flavor that they have. So we're gonna go ahead and add our cup of milk, like the directions say. Oops. Okay. Now, gonna take them up just a notch. This is something my mom taught me last weekend or weekend before when we were there. She said if you add an egg and just a little bit of oil. So we're gonna add an egg, just 1 egg. I guess you could add 2 since we're doing 2 pouches, but we're just gonna do 1 for today. And we're gonna add just a little bit of oil. I'm not gonna measure it, I'm just gonna, oops, that might have been too much. Splash it in there. And I think just for kicks and giggles, I'm gonna add just a teeny bit of sour cream. A lot of banana breads call for sour cream, and this banana cake we're gonna make today calls for sour cream. So it's not exactly unheard of. What? You don't want me to?
Ruining the muffins.
I'm not gonna ruin it. You can taste test them when they come out of the oven.
Yay.
We'll just go for like a spoon. Not a lot. And I'll just use that spoon to stir them up.
Oh,
Break the yolk. These are gonna be good banana muffins. smell good already. Plus, it's just gonna add volume to your batter, which is gonna make it stretch even further, which means your muffins are gonna be even bigger. You could even make like a streusel topping with some like flour, a little sugar, maybe some cinnamon, or some flour and brown sugar and cinnamon. You know, play with it and maybe some cold butter or something, and put it on the tops of the muffins so it'd be like a banana streusel. That would be yum. So I have this huge 24 cup cupcake tin, muffin tin. It was a really good deal I got at Walmart one day. They were on clearance. It was this and a cookie sheet that was the same exact size as a set. And they were normally like $15, which is a good price for this size, and they're dark, non-stick. But they had them marked down on clearance for $5. So I grabbed two. So for $10, I got two of these and two cookie sheets that you'll probably see in some videos. So that's a great deal. So I line mine for muffins. Some people don't, like my mom doesn't. That's up to you, that's personal preference. But since these are gonna go like in a freezer, I'm gonna go ahead and put the paper liner just for that added protection of them being in the freezer, protecting against freezer burn. I'm not using any special liners. I just had some. I just use whatever I have on hand. It's fun for the kids. The other day I had pink and blue and polka dot that were left over from a gender reveal party. You could make it fun in the seasons. You could do like Christmassy ones for Christmas time, or Halloween, or Easter's coming up. You know, just make it fun. Or if you don't have anything seasonal, just use what you got. It's gonna be taken off anyways. All right, I do spritz my paper liners because I find if I don't, it rips all the muffins apart. So, and I like these dark liners because then I can see where the spray hit and where it didn't. There we go. That'd be good. Now remember, this is 12 and this is 12, so this is only half. I'm just gonna use this and like maybe it won't make as much of a mess. I don't know, it might. You gotta turn a spout like that. Okay, I'm not gonna make you sit here and watch this. I'm gonna go ahead and finish filling these 12, make up the other 12, and then we'll get them in the oven. Okay, I've gotten these filled and the oven is to temperature. So we're gonna slide these in here, set the timer, and then while they're baking, we're gonna go ahead and make the cake batter. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the mess that I just made. Make the cake batter, get it in the pans, and then we have to drop, when these come out, we gotta drop the oven down to 350 because it's at 400 right now, and then we'll bake the cake layers. And then while they're baking, I will go upstairs and take you with me, and we're gonna try to meal plan out. I gotta go to the grocery tomorrow. I haven't even done that. And pull out my coupons, things like that. And then once the cake layers come out, then you guys will watch and I will show you how to make the cream cheese frosting, and we'll frost the cake, okay? I think they're 16 minutes. At least check on the 16 minutes. Okay, let me clean this mess up. Okay, so I got everything cleaned up from the muffins, wasn't that bad, and got all my ingredients out for the cake. So first thing I did, I went ahead and did it off camera. I peeled 3 bananas and I just kind of chunked them up, broke them up in chunks like this, and stuck them in a bowl. And then I just mash them with the back of the fork, like this. All of it, which I've already done most of it. All the chunks. And you want it to get to the point, not just like this, but you want it to be almost puree. You want it to look like baby food, for lack of a better description. You want to be able to like stir it like this with the fork. I'll show you in just a second. Like this. Like that. That's what you want it. You don't want it to be too super chunky, because you want them to really meld into the cake. There's a banana string. Gotta get rid of the strings. Thought I got them all off. Not that they'll hurt you if you eat them, but I just have a thing about the strings. What, Wilson? Okay, so I'm putting that aside. First things first, you gotta cream your butter and sugar. So it's 3 sticks of butter. Colson, go. Go finish folding your clothes. I'm gonna take this off. It's easier. 3 sticks of softened room temperature butter, and I'll pull the trash can out. It's faster that way. Makes cleanup a lot easier if I can just put things like wrappers straight into the trash. Like that. And it is, oh, it doesn't say. You guys, the 3 sticks are for the icing. Hang on. See if I can get this whole stick out. Look at me, I did it. Okay, that's for icing. It's only 1 stick of butter. It's okay. I mean, it's okay. It's still just 1 stick in there. I'm glad I caught it before I put all 3 of them in there, because I would ruin the cake and not know what I did wrong. The icing is 3 sticks of butter, which should tell you it ought to be good. Okay. How much sugar? A cup of sugar. And this measuring cup that I leave in here is a scoop, is a 1/4 cup. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It says cream, butter, and sugar until it's fluffy and yellow. I need a spatula. Eggs and the bananas and beat it. So 2 beaten eggs. So I'm gonna go ahead and beat these eggs. While that gets fluffy. Excuse my children in the background. Not supposed to be in here right now. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this down a little bit. I'm gonna add the eggs. I'm gonna scrape the sides because the butter is all stuck to the sides and it's not really incorporating the eggs. On the bottom. There we go. And then we're gonna add the eggs, the bananas in. Let me see if I can get you guys a better angle. Hopefully you can see that. Very liquidy, of course. Go ahead and scrape it. Now, next step, it says add in the flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and the sour cream. So the flour is 2 cups of flour. We're gonna just do it like this. One. Like I said, if you're trying to write all this down, don't worry about it. I will just put a picture. I will take a picture of that recipe and I will just attach it at the end of this video so that you will have it. The cake and the icing, and make sure you let me know if you make it. All right, baking powder, baking soda. I'm just gonna put them in here and then I'll just spoon it in a little at a time all together. So we've got 2 teaspoons of the powder. 1, 2, 1 teaspoon of soda. And a half of salt. Okay. So I know it says to add in the flour, powder, soda, salt, and sour cream and mix until it's incorporated, but I prefer to put all the dry in first, and then once all this is incorporated, then I add in the sour cream last, get it incorporated, and then it's done. So, move this out of the way. I clean as I go. It makes things a whole lot easier. Okay, let's get this going. I'm going low so that I don't get splattered. The muffins are done. Almost done. Need a couple more minutes. They smell good. Get this out for you. Okay. Looks good. Then it says 4 heaping tablespoons of sour cream. I know in the cornbread, my heaping tablespoon was a regular spoon, but that was because that was my grandmother's recipe and not this. This recipe I found on Pinterest. It is not mine. It's not from my family. So I'm gonna assume they mean this by heaping. So see if I can do this without making a mess. That's one. 3, 4. Okay, now I'm gonna stop this. Just scrape everything all the way down to the bottom. The hard part is scraping out without getting it all over your hands. And when I scrape the bowl, I scrape the paddle too, because it gets caught down in here, especially this corner right here. You'll get like dry ingredients stuck in it right here. Mix that in. All right, that's good. Now let's check on these muffins. Almost. They smell so good. They're so pretty. Okay, so we got the muffins out of the oven. They're over there cooling. I've knocked the temp down to 350. The batter is ready. I'm gonna spray these pans and get these cake layers in the oven. You can either do this in a 9x13, or you can do it in, like I'm doing, 2 8-inch pans, or you can do 24 cupcakes with this recipe. So I usually spray things with just cooking spray, but for cakes, I always use Baker's Joy. I have tried store brand of this, not good. Baker's Joy or nothing. It's one of those that I will not compromise on. And again, over the sink, because this stuff is slick on a floor. And hold your breath, because it has flour in it. All right. It's stout, but it works. Don't want to waste any batter with it being on the paddle. There. As soon as I get this in these pans, I'm going to clean this up and run upstairs. Now I scrape it all the way off as much as I can. Again, you don't want to waste any, and try to do like half of it into one pan, and then the other half in the other pan. There isn't any difference in these two pans. I know one of them is taller than the other. It's just the way it is. So if you want to make like a really thick cake layer and then cut it in half to fill that cake layer, you can. I just happen to have it, but they're both an 8-inch, so I just grabbed them. Okay. Looks like I have a little more in here than I do in this one. So I'm going to very gently try to take some out. It's hard to tell because of the pan depth, but I can tell. It's not a lot, but there we go. I just want them to bake evenly. I don't want one of them to be overdone and one be gooey in the middle. This cake is very dense, but it is not dry at all. I know some people don't like the word moist when you talk about cake, but honestly, there's really not any other word to describe this cake. It's wonderful. You have to try it. Fun fact about this banana cake. This was Colson's first birthday cake. We did a monkey themed party. So monkeys, we had to have banana cake. Get it? So I'm gonna slide these in the oven. And then maybe taste test the muffin. Really, you wanna try a muffin? Well, come here and try it. Yum. Ah. And try, close it back up.
Yeah, I have to do it one-handed because the other hand I have no wash all over it.
You don't like banana ones. Remember? These are banana.
Cake, but I don't like banana nut.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Hot.
Hot.
Can I just try one? Like half of one? Here, take this piece that's falling off. There. This, that works. Not bad, not bad. Take your cake testing job. Ew.
Mmm. Now are you upset I put sour cream in them?
No, it's actually kind of like weird how that actually worked.
That's yummy.
That's really weird.
Okay. Well, you can finish that one. I'm gonna go run upstairs and meal plan while this cake is baking. And I'll see you upstairs. Grocery shop is this day. And this is two. Okay, and this goes here. Okay. Now I know here's my leftover stickers. There's a family dinner sticker somewhere in here, in one of these. Dinner with friends. this is definitely no school. This is spring break week. So I need to know that. Special day. We're having a family dinner that night for my husband's grandmother and Bailey for their birthdays. Dinner with friends. Family dinner night. And we're gonna put a birthday cake. Just don't know why. Birthday cake, family dinner night. Okay. Okay, here we go. Family dinner night. Birthday cake. Alright, so that's the main one. And then I think I have most. I've got a preliminary list. Like I'm just jotting it down as I'm going along. Things that I know that I need to get this time. Going. Things that we're out of. What have you. And then we're going to go pizza night. We haven't had pizza in a while. I don't know if we'll order it or if I'll make it or if I'll just get frozen at the store. I don't know. We're not going to do... See, Jason's mom will be here Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night. And then I'm going to say Sunday is going to be leftovers. This is Bailey's birthday, so I'm going to let her choose. I'm going to put a cute cake here. And then she can choose what she wants. That's the deal. You get to pick what you want for dinner. Either I cook it, what you want, or we go out to dinner. So we're going to do leftovers on Sunday, because by the time Sunday gets here, I'm going to be tired on Sunday. Then we'll probably do them on Tuesday. I'll cook Monday. We'll eat leftovers. I'll cook Wednesday. Thursday will be leftovers. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll probably need to cook all 3 of those meals. So that's all the stickers that I need. Let's see. What can I fix? What can I fix? I brought the recipe planner up here. Meatloaf. That sounds good. Oh, we're gonna make enchiladas one night. Let's do that. But we need it out in the first week so that when I buy the lettuce and tomato, it doesn't go bad by the time we do that. And we could do that while she's here. So let's do that Tuesday night. Dip. And this can be leftovers. Since I have to be somewhere Wednesday and I can't be here to cook. And then pizza, and then I just need to figure out these 2 nights. So what can we fix? I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave that as an open end. Maybe it'll be, since it's Sunday, maybe Jason will say, let's go out to eat. I don't know. We'll see. But I've got it almost done. So then tonight, after we get home, and then the kids are in bed, I'm going to come back up here, finalize this, finalize my lists, and get everything going so we can go to the store tomorrow. So let's go check on the cakes.
Are you looking for this? So Ashton's cake batter.
Oh, they're perfect. Oh, they're so pretty. See?
The cake batter is delicious.
Look, You want it to just barely be pulling away from the sides.
Don't let it fall out.
And can you see? See how it's just barely pulled away from the side, but then it's a little spongy in the middle. Don't stick a toothpick in it. Okay, so while those are cooling, I'm gonna do these dishes really quick, and then I'm gonna make the icing, and then we're gonna turn them out. Oh, and I gotta go back upstairs and get my cake plate that I was supposed to grab when I was up there just now doing those meal plans, but I smelled the cakes and I thought I'd run down here really quick. So I gotta go back up there and get the cake plate that I'm gonna put it on. So be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got all the muffins bagged up, ready to go in the freezer once they're cool all the way. The cake layers I got out and they're cooling on a tea towel over here. The layers, they're probably still gonna be a little bit warm, but it'll be okay. We're gonna go ahead and get the icing made. Now you can't see my mixer. I thought this was a little bit better angle. So we're gonna go ahead. The icing, again, just like with the recipe for the cake, I will put a picture of the recipe of the icing at the end as well. So you don't have to worry about trying to write it down. So it's 2 blocks of softened room temperature cream cheese. These have been softening all day. Not all day, but most of the day on my countertop. 2. And then those 3 sticks of softened butter that I almost put in the cake by accident. I don't think I really had enough coffee today. There's 1. 2, plus it's Wednesday. Wednesdays are kind of hard for me. 3. All right. Says in the mixer, beat the butter and the cream cheese until it's fluffy. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh, I need my vanilla. I buy vanilla egg cans because I go through so much of it. It's just easier that way. And a bag of powdered sugar. If you don't have a bag, if you want to buy it in bulk like I do at Sam's a lot of the time, it's just 2 pounds. If you have a scale, it's 2 pounds. You can either buy it in bulk and get a scale and a bowl and pair the scale with the bowl on it and do that until you have 2 pounds, or you can just buy a bag and cut it open. Either way, I just happen to have a bag, so I'll just open it up. It's the most convenient thing for me today. Okay, so I'm gonna scrape the bowl. All that is cream cheese and butter. I would say that's pretty fluffy. After you do that, it says add in the vanilla and beat it again, and then slowly add in the powdered sugar, beat until it's fluffy, and frost the cake. And right here is the cake dome that we're gonna put it in. That was my grandmother's. I'll show it changed in a second. So we're gonna add, it says a teaspoon. I am not dirtying up another measuring spoon. I'm just gonna eyeball it. That's probably good. That. Now we're gonna slow it down. Just like with the flour, we don't want to get exploded on. We're just gonna slowly add this in because I just got exploded on. Probably not the best way to wear dark colored, but it is what it is. We're getting there. Bailey, I need you to tell me what you want for your birthday dinner on your birthday. You guys have to try this cake. It's It's not hard. You saw me do it. It's a matter of mashing up bananas, measuring out 2 cups of flour. The hardest part is remembering to set the butter out and the cream cheese out to soften. That's where it always trips me up. I always get ready to make it and then I'm like, I need to set it out to soften. And I guess you could say the hard part of it is not eating the bananas and letting them get to that point. Okay, that's all of that. Now I'm gonna turn this off and I'm gonna scrape the bowl. Ooh.
Can I get to lick it?
No,
Oh,
I do not need any more sugar.
that's not fair. Who I eat it?
You guys, it's so yummy. Look. Put that in this thing before I lick it. Yum, yum. You see that? All right. So now I'm gonna move this out of the way. And we're gonna get the cake put together. All right, let's assemble this cake. First, we're gonna put the platter down. This belonged to my grandmother. Well, you can see. Then, we're going to put this down. Not a lot, but enough for it to act like a glue. And you don't want like a big ball in the middle because it's gonna make the cake, which is already gonna do a little bit, because when you typically bake cakes and you stack them, you stack the layers, you level them off with a knife, level off the rounded part, the risen part of the cake layer. But I'm not on this cake because A, we don't care if it's flat on top, and B, I'm not wasting the cake.
No, you wouldn't waste it. You just don't need us eating all the sugar.
So we're gonna put this beautiful cake. Look how pretty it came out of the pan. I'm gonna put this one on. Try to get it in the center as much as I can, because once we get the icing on, that lid also curves in like this, and I don't want it to chop off pieces of cake here and there. See, normally you would take a knife and you would cut this part off so that it's flat, but I'm not doing that. Ooh. Just don't be shy with it, right? So the trick to making it flat is make it a little thinner in the center and a little thicker around the edges to make it the icing flat, because the cake is not. Like this. Now, we're gonna flip this over and put this inside the cake so that we have a nice smooth surface for the top. Oh, it smells so good. Look, little pieces of,
You need to stop eating it.
oh man. Guess what's for my breakfast tomorrow with a cup of coffee?
Yay, me too. Yahoo!
Yay, I'm having coffee and cake for breakfast.
So am I. Yahoo! Because I love coffee. I probably like coffee. But I'll have the cake part.
It's like this icing is heavy and the cake is so light and so moist and so fluffy. I'm afraid I'm gonna
Break it.
tear the cake up. But again, who cares if I do? It's gonna taste amazing. And then as it goes down over the side, I'm just gonna brush the sides like this. Olsen's in the shower. I heard him just drop a shampoo bottle.
Well, we didn't spill any of it out.
It sounded like it was empty. But I'm not gonna put the lid on this until this icing has dried or set some, because otherwise it will not dry. The air needs to get to it. And I have done that before. I've put a lid on it. I'm not putting any more icing because it's starting to fall. Ah.
Yeah, we get to eat the rest of it. Yahoo!
And then the whole thing fell all to pieces inside the cake plate. It was a huge mess. But you know what?
We still like it.
That's when you just dump it in a bowl and call it punch bowl cake and be done with it. Okay, that's it for today. So I hope you enjoyed watching me make banana nut muffins out of that package mix that's really cost effective for you. Usually people have milk on hand, which is what it calls for, just add milk. Usually people have eggs and oil on hand. There you go, that's all you need, just to kind of amp it up a little bit, make them a little more fluffy, just a little bit more than just adding milk. But if that's all you have is milk, fine, just add the milk. But now we've got 5 breakfasts, because we kind of ate a few of the muffins to test them out. We now have 5 breakfasts ready to go in the freezer for that. So that cost me all of what, $4-ish. So that's not bad at all for Bailey. And then we have this from scratch banana cake with from scratch cream cheese icing on it. It's gonna be amazing. I will take pictures of it when we cut it for you and add it to the end of this video. And also, don't go away yet. I promised you I will take pictures of the recipe for the cake and the recipe for the icing. And comment down below. Let me know if you try it and if your family likes it. Until next time, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.